Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War, House of Julii campaign episode 58. And when we left off, not loft off, God, already cocked things up, but alright. When we left off, we had things to do, things to lose, things just happen everywhere. A few major events had happened. The Scipii and Egypt have gone to war. The Scipii are now marching on the Libyan town of Siwa, so we'll keep our eye on how the assault on Siwa goes. If it's a victory, then that could be bad for me, but if it's a loss, it could be good for me. If the Scipii lose badly at Siwa, that will result in the Scipii losing a nice big chunk of military health. But then again, if they take Siwa, it means they will also have to divert new military strength to protect Siwa and maybe make Africa weaker. Ooh, sorry, did I just insinuate I might attack the Scipii? Right, anyway. We are getting close to forming the Triumvirate now. What we need to do first of all is to clear up Gaius Julius's schedule, which is going to involve the killing of Lucradus of Geneva. He's lurking somewhere in these swamplands, so we're going to find and kill him. Captain Cornelius is retreating from Hyperborea because we could not control the Amazons. They were not happy about being occupied, so yeah, they've rebelled against us, and to be honest, even though the Senate wants me to take back Hyperborea and Themiscaria, I'm not going to bother because I don't have any military resources really there, and also I feel like I need to be using my military resources in more important areas. Mainly I need to now focus on fortifying Agri Decumates, Vicus Marcomanni, Patavium and Segesticus. So I need to fortify these towns as well as continue to build up strength in Italia and Corralis, and possibly Iberia. We do have one or two public order issues to deal with, however I'm out of money, so we're going to have to go to the next turn and get a nice big fresh injection of tax denarii and see what we can do with it. So we're going to jump to the next turn now and see what changes in the world of Rome. Let's move. Right, looks like rioting has struck Dama. That's not really good news for us. Dama is a town I need to really work on fortifying, but now we've had the archery range, the warlord stables and the bardic circle get damaged, which has resulted in quite a few civilian deaths. So what can we do to cure Dama? Well, obviously building the proconsul's palace will help, but you know what I'm also going to do? We're going to replace that nasty old stupid bardic circle with an arena. That will provide us with some better entertainment. I'm going to bring the arena forward as well. I want to prioritise that because I'm going to knock down the bardic circle because it's going to generate a culture penalty as well. So I know this will give us a public order penalty, but might result in another turn of rioting, but it's going to pay off in the long run. And I do believe Quintus Velude, that's a lovely name, should do fine holding up for another turn. I'm going to retrain his men. Actually no, I shouldn't retrain his men just in case we lose more men. Just keep it like that for a minute. Right, let's jump for our other notifications. By the way, I am aware of the rebels outside Massilla. Don't worry, I didn't forget about them from last episode. Just waiting on our military strength in Massilla to continue to build up. So let's jump through all the notifications there. So end of term report, lost money, not good because I'm now getting a bit low on denarii. Gonna have to be a little bit more mindful of my spending, but then again, spending is all I can really do right now. There isn't exactly a lot to do. There's no one to conquer anymore, which is a bit of a shame. However, Arimnium has now finally caught up and grown, so we are now going to install the Imperial Palace. Finally, you'd think this would be like, you know, Arimnium was the only other city we control. We only had 2 cities at the start of this campaign. You would have thought Arimnium would have grown a little bit faster. Oh well. We can grow Arimnium now, so we're going to build our Imperial Palace, and I would like to upgrade the walls, but it's going to cost us too much money, so not right now. Popularity has been gained with the Senate, by the way. This is good, bad, good, bad. It might just Might keep the Senate off my back for a little longer. Let's have a look at the floor stack. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. I'm still least popular. The Senate don't want me to be around, but they are happy. You know, they are basically now. They're all Donald Trump actually, because now they are happy enough to slander me in public, cast doubts on my parentage, my personal habits, and my children's paternity. So yeah, these people are literally the Republican Party now. Well done, well done. Because seriously, who the fuck is making up those stories about Chelsea fucking Clinton having Hillary not be a real mum or whatever? I mean, come on. Fucking Americans, man, they are so fucking weird. I'm sorry if I've insulted Americans, by the way, but you guys get so fucking weird at election times. It's scary. Anyway, faction announcements, by the way. Domitilia has been born, or I'm going to call her Dorita. Publius Julius has now been born, but Vistilia has unfortunately died. Tragic. And a few more retinue expansions. So Titus Gracchus now has a priest of Bacchus. Good. Oppius Maxentius also has a priest of Bacchus. Good, good, good. And Asinius Cocceianus now has a quartermaster. Decent, but Asinius Cocceianus, I was not really planning to be a military man, but oh well, every little helps, I guess. Ooh, a big rebel army's turned up near Segestica, by the way, but that is technically near Aquincum, so you Brutii, I deal with that, because that might get you out of my lands. I'm not exactly happy about having these big Brutii armies marching through my lands. Actually, a lot of big Brutii, yeah. I appreciate that you're at war with Thrace now, Brutii, but would it be easier to attack from the south, or rather from marching through my lands? You know, it would be more fruitful, because I mean, you're already sieging Byzantium, which means you could easily close in on Porolisium and Dacia, and then just move up the coast towards Tribus Getae. But again, they've got to retake Campus Lazygus, haven't they, to relieve Porolisium, because yeah, you're still surrounded, you dumb bitch. Right. Anyway, let's go through other notifications instead of slandering off Brutii, though it's something I enjoy very much. Lugdunum now has its arena, that's good news. Deva has a militia barracks, Vicus Gothy, a new temple to Bacchus, Tara and Market, Kydonia, better walls, Samara, Bria, we're in a repairing zone, right. And recruitment report, Patavium, some new Roman cavalry, Corrales, some Praetorians, Mediolanium, some Archer Auxilia, Massilla, some Auxilia, more Auxilia from Segestica as well. Domus, Dulcis Domus, some Town Watch, Aretium, some retrains, and yeah, there we go. Right, so that's all the notifications blasted through, so now let's focus on military movements, and also, ooh dear, Batavadorium could also use a little bit of TLC. Would I like to have spent my money on recruitment this term, but it looks like it's going to be spent on civilian spending. So continue advancing up the road until we find Lutgradis. I want to get rid of him now because, you know, I don't feel happy that there's still a Germanian drawing breath, even though he's technically a Gepid rebel, but I still believe he pledges loyalty to the Germanians. So let's just cut off this loose end while we can. Captain Cornelius has his moves, and we'll engage Lutgradis next turn. Don't have quite enough movement, because those swamplands probably do take a toll on movement. Right, anything else we could do? Is that my diplomat? No, that's Scythian diplomat. He looked a bit little red to me. Not a lot I can do with my diplomat right now, actually, but I will. I'm going to have him disembark in Greece, actually. I don't know. I think I could have a little word with down the Thracian's ears very soon, so you know what? Drop him off near Athens, and then I'll have my diplomat walk up to past Thessalonica, and I'll have him walk up to Campus Getae or some other place. But I think I could do something with my diplomat and the Thracians. I know the Thracians are a particular moody bunch. They have very little love for... Oh dear, Egyptians are floating around here, by the way. That might not be good, because I do believe the Brutii are at war with Egypt. I do hope there isn't an attack on Italy. That would only complicate matters. Anyway, got that dealt with. Not a lot else to deal with, actually. So, Massilla, I'm just still waiting on a bit more recruitment to get done, so we'll deal with that in a minute. Right, Batavadorium, you're not happy. What can I do to make Batavadorium happy? How unhappy is Batavadorium? Reasonably unhappy. Actually, I think building this forum... No, the forum doesn't affect public order. I think only the big forums and the curious can. But I will be able to recruit assassins now. So forums are good for something, by the way, folks. You can recruit your assassins from them. Makes sense, actually. But I will get public baths right after, and that will give me a public health bonus. Let's just run down this. How bad is Squalor? Let's see. Squalor contributes to 55% of all bad things, so this would reduce Squalor and probably increase public order a little bit, but Actually, no, Squalor is probably the... How big is Squalor? 55, 40, 10%. Yeah. There is general unrest in the area, but I think getting rid of the Squalor should make it right, but I'll throw in a large temple to Ceres as well, just as a little insurance policy. That should be Batavadorium sorted out then for a few turns. If it riots, I'll have to take some more drastic action. And Narba Martius, you're not happy either. What are we building? Narba Martius is currently constructing a temple. Building the temple, it's got one turn left. Right, the temple should do it. Who is it to? It's to Bacchus, right? That gives us 20% public order bonus. Right, that's Bacchus sorted then. Bacchus, my main man, he is always keeping up the happiness, you know. Bacchus, fucking worship that dude. He's the best Roman god. Apologies, Jupiter. And oh dear, we're also having issues with Carthago Nova and Scalabis. Right. And this is something I was worried about because I seem to have a bit of a lack of governors now. I used to sort of have governors coming out my ears and not enough generals. Now I'm getting more generals and not enough governors. And I really could use someone in Numantia, Oscar, Cordoba, and Scalabis, you know, because I mean, taking these territories was hard enough, and it would be annoying if the local Iberian tribes were to get them back. And by the way, Tingi got captured. Well done. Admiral Queso, you may now... I want you to go dock in Parma, Admiral Queso. I want you to merge your army with Admiral Julianius. I only need one big navy, really. That will do nicely. Right, Carthago Nova, what can we do to make you happy? We can put in a better temple. That works fine by me. When in doubt, just use religion to make people happy again. Admiral Marcellus, by the way, I didn't remember ordering recruitment from this place. I've probably auto-managed everything. No, I haven't. Right, I really don't remember ordering a new boat at Scalabis, but oh well, I'll keep it there anyway, just for pirate problems. Switch to a growth build policy. There we go. That's Scalabis dealt with, right? Growth build policy will keep the Scalabians happy for now. So now, well, actually, it's not the Scalabians, by the way. This is the Lusitanians. This is in Lusitania. Yeah. Nice to know, by the way, that all trace remnants of the Iberians have been eliminated, by the way, now that Tingi's fallen, so that's another faction biting the dust well and truly now. I've still got 1,000 denarii left to spend, and I do not want to know what to spend it on. Might spend it on Mediolanium, because... once Gaius is done with... Gaius does not have an army, by the way, because obviously he's lost a lot of it to fighting the Germanians. You know, we do lose troops as time goes on, and I need the rest to stay behind in the garrison to Domus Dulcis Domus. Especially if an Amazon counterattack could suddenly come on the cards, you know, might kick the hornet's nest with the Amazons. Hopefully we haven't. I'm going to invest in Mediolanium because we only have one Archer Auxiliary left to recruit, so... let's see, we've got some Praetorians, some Archers. I'm going to actually invest in another unit of Archer Auxiliary, make it up to 3. And I think some early legionary cohorts would make a decent support unit for the Praetorians as well. We need to support heavy infantry with slightly less heavy infantry. It works out in the end. And it also works out nicely for my wallet. But that's all the denarii spent now. So, you know what? We're going to go to the next turn now, and we're going to see what happens, because hopefully next turn, we're going to get rid of Gradis out of our hair and get how close are we to dealing with Massilla, by the way? Let's just see. How many... recruit some earlies. 1, 2, 2, 3. 3 more turns, and then we're dealt with this. Good. Right. Well, let's go to the next turn and just get more money then, because that's basically what we're reduced to right now. I need new enemies. I'm going to have to make some enemies, aren't I? But I really, literally can't be asked invading Thrace. But then again, taking Campus Lazygus could have been a strategically sound idea, actually, because then it would cut off 3 Brutii territories. And then I could have probably just bought the territories off of Brutii, but yeah, Brutii have beaten me to the punch on that one, because now they are sieging Campus Lazygus. Oh well, maybe another day. Let's go to the next turn. The garrison in Carthage, by the way, is pretty laughably bad. Scipii are not on top of their garrisoning game today, are they? Right, oh dear. Right, rioting did strike Dammer again, and this time they killed Quintus the Lewd. Now I regret demolishing that Bardic Circle, but they do have a Proconsul's Palace at least, and it's actually helped the people of Dammer get it out of their system. Right, before we do anything, Quintus the Lewd, who was his daddy again? I want to double check. Let's see, Nero Gracchus, Quintus the Lewd. I'm looking for a dead person. I have many dead people in my family, though he was quite young. That's not him, is he? Let's see. Servius the Honest, Appius Julius, Herby-derby-doo, let's see, Lucas Sextus. I have so many dead people. Lentulus Sextus, Asinius Maxentius. Any of these guys die in battle? No. Oh wait, he died tragically. He died peacefully. You can get all sorts of deaths in this game. Let's see, Sextus Corvinius, I didn't know he was dead. Caesar Petronius, he died pretty stupidly. Where is Quintus the Lewd, son of Secundus Lucilius. Right, he wasn't one of mine at least, so that's alright. And well, the Lucilius family is, well, I was going to say the Lucilius family is growing pretty rapidly. Then I noticed Opia Salvidenius here. Many families growing off my main family tree, you know, all birthed from this one man's loins, sort of speaking. Right. So that's that dealt with then. Let's have a look at our end of turn report. Losing money again. Not good, not good, not good. Faction announcements. Valerius Alienus has now been born. Babyan. Oh, that is just awful. Babyan has been born. Thank God I don't control the women in this campaign map. I would not want to knowingly control a character called Babyan. Asinius Coccianus, by the way, now has a cook. He also has a comedian. He also has a chirurgeon. Gets everything, this dude. Secundus the Mad now has an architect, 10% discount on construction costs and less squalor. Good, that's useful. Nero Maxentius also got an architect, very good. And Admiral Aulus got a seamaster, 2 command at sea. Cool. Who's Admiral Aulus again? He's this guy, docked in Corralis. Good for him, I guess. Good for him. How are we doing at Corralis, by the way? I guess we could use expanding the navy if an attack on Sicily is going to be on the cards one day. We'll recruit some Quinqueremes because they're the best ships we can have, because fuck it. I know the Scipii might have a stronger navy because obviously the Scipii have a control of Africa. They need to ferry their troops between Italy and Africa, don't they? So right, some Quinqueremes, put in another trireme as well, and put in 3 biremes there. We've got a nice big navy that probably hopefully won't randomly lose battles now. Also throw in 2 more Praetorians because I want to grow Corralis' army, and that's a lot of money spent already, so whoopsie daisies. But we do have other buildings constructed. So Segesta has some cavalry stables, Corralis an archery range, Tria awesome temple of Ceres, Nabo Martius a temple of Bacchus, Iberacum a legion barracks, Patavadorium a forum, Dammer has its proconsul's palace, Corduba an arena, and also some other repairs in Dammer. Let's quickly jump to, not too bad Patavadorium, but we're getting that 3 turns to the public baths are done. Right, Dammer, they've got them rioting out of their system at least, so I'm happy about that. Take auto management off because I don't want stupid auto managements to go wrong, and we'll start retraining the troops who died in the riots. Alright, and now 3 more turns we get an arena. Public order is at 80, so it shouldn't riot again. I think riots are more likely to occur if it drops below 75. That seems to be the pattern I'm noticing in this game. And we get a 5% bonus from building an arena, and we can also increase it with increasing the frequency of games or making the Senate hold games for us, which I could do, by the way, if I could be bothered exterminating roads, but I don't exterminate my mates, so tough luck. By the way, Patavium has some Roman cavalry, Corralis a new Byrene, Mediolanium and Archer Auxilia, Massilla some new earlies, Domustus is Domus new town watch. I can't scroll down, so I'm assuming this is all we've trained, so yep. And now, the first battle of the day, by the way, so Gaius Julius. Let's get a nasty Germanian loner out of our hair. I mean, he was probably going to die of old age soon anyway, and he's running off into Pripyat. Victory! That doesn't mean you get away, dude. Attack! Let's get rid of him now, and then we can make our way back to Italia. And this will start the countdown now. A countdown to the Triumvirate. But let's see, we've been attacked. Well, I'm attacking an enemy, they are Gepids. So maybe Luke Gradus was originally a Gepid, by the way, but was obviously Gepidai was absorbed by the Germanians, so maybe he's like a Gepid, but he's also loyal to the Germanian Confederation, you know, because there were many Germanian tribes back in the day, mainly the Swabi were the big ones, I believe. I think it is the Swabi, I believe that's the correct terminology. It wouldn't have been the Arverni, because I believe they were Gaul dudes. It obviously won't be the Lusitanians, because they're Spanish. Oh well, look, we'll look at tribes another day, or whenever we finally get around to play Rome 2 Total War, where there's minor factions coming out of all orifices of that game. But right now, I have 177 men, so it's a wee bit overpowered when it's literally just Granis himself. So I think I could make this a general versus general battle, but then again, Gaius doesn't have a big bodyguard. But he probably does have a better trained bodyguard, but I also have my Samnites. And they have spears designed to stab and kill cavalry. So you know what, I'm not going to make a quick decision because it's an unsafe decision. I'm going to make the well thought out decision. I'll send Gaius and the Samnites to deal with it. They're good against cavalry, so they shall do the job.
Rebellious slaves may think of victory, but we should make them think kindly of their masters' whips. They are dead men walking. I have won many great victories for Rome. Be strong in that truth, and let this be one more. March on! And know that our victory is assured as long as we live and die like true Romans!
Well, that it already? Right, nice short speech, but then again, we're just here basically to do what our assassin couldn't do. So, it's going to be a nice noisy kill, but it don't matter because he's only a rebel, he ain't tied to any factions, apart from the Germanians, which I assume he is tied to. But it's just going to be the Samnites, and it's just going to be Gaius himself making the match, so I'll just group them up. I'm just also going to group the Praetorians up for neatness, but the Praetorians can stay behind. These guys it'll be the job of Praetorians to defend my general on his road back to Italia, but as we make our way back to the River Rubicon, from which we will probably be launching our Triumvirate. So, we're going to start the battle because there isn't really a lot to say. Let's just hope and cross our fingers that Granis doesn't scumbag deploy. Ooh, he didn't. Right, Samnites, you have initiative. You will go first because you have spears and you look like Triarii except with awful fashion sense. And yeah, Triarii were kind of cool by the way, but I think that's the weakness with the Romans. We don't really have any dedicated spear units. I mean, we had the Triarii, but obviously now we don't have the Triarii anymore because they're a Primarian unit. I guess we could have a Samnites, but they cost a lot of money because they're mercenaries. And Auxilia, I don't know. Auxilia are a bit shit. They're a bit light. Oh well, I guess we may do what we got. So, right, the Samnites are going to make their way over now, and I've got Gaius just bringing up the side as well. Hopefully, let's have a look at Granis. Here he is. With yeah, there he is. He's got his cape on, he's got his helmet on to make sure everyone knows he's a special type of cloned captain. And also he's got his lovely barbarian cavalry waiting with him, all with finely preened moustaches. They do look pretty cool though, I have to admit, they do look pretty cool. Right, how are we doing? We've got our Samnites on the way. Yeah, it'll just take them a minute or so to reach this. So let's just continue to admire these guys. They do look really cool. Let's admire Gaius now. How do you look, Gaius? I mean, you don't exactly have the nicest profile pic. You look a lot like Rowan Atkinson, in fact. But, yeah, you look really good. I mean, actually, halt. Don't want you to get ahead of yourself. You wait there. I'm gonna wait for the cavalry to take the bait and engage the Samnites. I'm gonna charge you in at the right moment. But you know what? You look cool, and your guard actually looks excessively cool by the way. They're basically all urban cohorts, but on horses. So yeah, because they look better than Praetorians. So yeah, and here we go. Right, these guys are gonna smash into the cavalry, or at least sort of try and smash into the cavalry. Yeah, it doesn't make sense when it's the spear unit charging into the cavalry. Normally it's a cavalry unit who does the charging, but it looks like the battle is somewhat even. Looks like we're getting losses on both sides, and he's pulling out already. Right. Obviously, he saw my general coming, and that's why he's pulled out. Right, guys, you pull out. We're gonna let the Samnites re-engage. I'm not letting him try and be smart. Come on, engage him. There we go. The barbarian cavalry has bloodlust and their testosterone overpower them, which means the Samnites can get. Oh dear, some of the Samnites are taken off. Right, guys, you get in quickly before he knows our ruse or what we're up to. I can take him out while he's bogged down. Because you know what, my cavalry looks way cooler than his, and that was actually a pretty good charge. We knocked a few of his men out there. Actually, oh look, Gaius, we're right. I'm sure Gaius was. Yeah, look, you guys are right next to each other. Come on. Ooh, right, Gaius, you nearly stabbed your own guy. Do a little bit better. No, you missed him. That really hurt the air, didn't it?
Is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
And I think your bad swordsmanship is now... oh, look, that's quite a good post there, actually. It looks like he's falling over. And his horse... why is his horse blowing bubbles? I don't get that. Anyway, looks like he's going to cut and run. Right, chase him down. See if we can... Go on. He's right there. Go on. Yes! One less loose end tied up. Good win, guys. Good win.
The day is ours.
Samnites were a little worse for wear, though. Really worse for wear. We lost a lot of Samnites on that one, actually. Not good at all. Looks like Samnites aren't as good against cavalry as I thought. Maybe they're only really good for light cavalry. Maybe you need a dedicated, proper, meaty, chunky, big spear unit to deal with them. But it looks like that's just something the Romans don't really tend to do. But we absolutely, completely slaughtered Lucgradus of Geneva, and we lost 24 men in the process, all of which were pretty much all Samnites, but we did also lose one of the general's bodyguard, unfortunately. But overall, kills were pretty much evenly split, with Gaius' unit taking 2 more kills more than the Samnites, but given that the Samnites are now pretty depleted, and I can't really replenish them because I can only hire them in Italy, because that's where Samnites come from. I might have to disband them because they're just going to cost money now. Oh, then again, we have 20... some of them must have just been merely hurt then, so... Now they cost 119 per turn, but there's 28 of them. You know what, I'll keep them on until we get home, then I'm going to disband them, because you know what, Samnites will have their uses, just in case there's a ambush or something hiding along the road. You can never be too safe. But now we need to plot a route home. Right now, he is in Pripyat, and he could make his way home via Vicus Venede and Campus Lazygus. These are safe lands, because I do believe Campus Lazygus should fall to the Brutii, but then again, Lazygus has a strong garrison by the looks of the banners, so the Brutii could cock it all up, really. Might be a better idea to go home via my lands and cut through Loviska or Norcium and make my way home via the Alps. Oops, I meant to hit the zoom in button there. Let's think about this one. It's a long way to Vicus Venede, but there are better roads in Vicus Venede than there are in my lands, because I haven't got the chance to fully develop the Germanian lands yet. So I could go through Vicus Venede, through Loviska, down by Luvavum. Yeah, that'll work. I have to walk through the Brutii Islands, but it's alright, I'm allowed to walk through Brutii Islands. And my guy's going to take a big awkward route to get to the Brutii Islands. So you know what, let's just cut out the middleman, make your way to Vicus Marcomanni, and then I'll assign you more moves. Well, oh god, it's going to take him ages to reach Vicus Marcomanni. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more turns, and then he's at Vicus Marcomanni. Obviously these swamplands don't do much good for... oopsies. Don't do a lot of good for this guy's movement strength, do they? Right. We need to make your way down here, please. There we go. Right. That's this turn dealt with then. We're going to jump to the next turn now, or at least we won't, because I also still have money to spend. I have nearly 4,000 denarii in me pocket. What can I spend it on? Which town needs a little pick-me-up, or who needs more military? Corrales does, Parma does. I do want to recruit more units from Parma, because I do want to have a nice, decent garrison here, just in case things go wrong on any of the Iberian areas. I'll have a nice big reserve army at Parma, ready to rock and roll. I'm also building an archery range there, so we can get some archer auxiliary. But I can recruit Praetorians, and I can recruit legionary cohorts now, so I'm going to recruit a few legionary cohorts, and that'll do, because that's all the money spent now. But might as well build a big army in Parma, just in case they're also needed in Africa or something, you never know. But that's all the money spent now, so I'm going to jump to the next turn, and we're going to see what's going to go on in the world of Rome. And we're also going to wait, because we should be now, let's see, 2 more turns, and then we can leave Massilla. And also next turn, Massilla finishes Imperial Palace, so that's something to look forward to. Right, on to the next turn.
Moving ashore.
Right, looks like there's no major notifications to deal with, but I did notice, I do believe, yeah, looks like Byzantium has fallen to the Brutii now. So now they now control Nova Roma and will one day become Constantinople and eventually Istanbul. So that's the Brutii having a big gain there, and that gives them a way into Asia Minor now, should they be interested in that. Hopefully they're not. I'd like to keep the Pontus people on my side for now. But it looks like I think the people of Pontus actually enjoy a peaceful existence at the minute. I don't think they have anything going on with the Egyptians, but there is an Egyptian army on the move there, so you never know. Not sure what Egypt could be up to. Egypt might move north as it loses its territory here, though the Scythia have nearly reached Siwa, but it looks like Apries Alexander is moving in to reinforce Siwa, as well as Captain Wiscia. So we don't know what's going to go on there. By the way, Kydonia has a port now. Now that looks good. Yeah, getting heck of a lot of trade here. Heck a lot of a trade. Yeah, I like that. We're trading with the Greeks. We're trading with Pontus. We're trading with the Brutii. Yeah, this is a profitable town. I mean, we're making over 1,000 denarii at Kydonia now. Keep up the good work. End of term report, by the way. A little bit of money lost, but we're still over 10,000 denarii, so we're all right. I know I am spending a lot, but, you know, soon the spending is going to go down and the income is probably going to start going up soon as well. Faction announcements, by the way. Ooh, a lot of births. So, Marcus Pennus has been born. Ugulania. Ooh, that's an ugly name. And Gnaeus Julius has also been born, so right, that's something for Cnaeus Julius to play with. And Secundus for Mad, by the way, has a priest of Bacchus. Right, that might make him a little bit less mad, but yeah, you're Cnaeus Julius or Canute Julius. So right, we have a Cnaeus and a Gnaeus. Oh, that is pretty interesting. By the way, Londonian, while I have you selected, you know what? I'll treat you to a few more improvements to make you stronger, because you know what? I'm going to treat you because I'm feeling nice. I'm only going to give you one building, by the way, just you know, get a great farm. That might just improve the money there. Right, construction report in general, by the way. Patavium now has a curia, so that's the ultimate in forums now. Still losing a lot of money, but obviously we do lose a lot to upkeep and all that. But you know what? That's gonna, at least Patavium is probably a financially decent city. I mean, we'll have a look at, and also most importantly, Massilla now has an imperial palace, but Lamernum also has an aqueduct. Deva some wooden walls, and Parma an archery range, and I believe that's all of it. As for recruitment, Patavium some Roman cavalry, Mediolanium some archer auxiliary, Massilla some earlies, and oh, it's another turn till Massilla's move, by the way. Parma, some legionaries, Iberacum is some retraining, and yeah, we're in the retrain zone again. Gonna do some more retraining at Dama in a minute, but first things first, Massilla! You're currently building a forum, but you know what, you've now just achieved the ultimate level. You do have an imperial palace now, so I'm going to treat you now to one nice new building, and I'm going to treat you to some public baths, because I really should have invested in sanitation earlier in this city, but right, we're investing in sanitation. That'll keep population growth up and probably improve the public order, since it'll reduce squalor. Right, Dama. Let's quickly improve you. Let's retrain what's left of your army, which was decimated. Batavadorium, how are we doing on Batavadorium? 2 more turns till the public baths are right. The town's still pretty unhappy, but I think the public baths should make things happy. We've been pretty lucky that there hasn't been a riot there or anything. And meanwhile, back in Iberia, things are going okay. Could be going better with Oscar and Corduba now, really, in terms of public order and finance. But Carthago Nova isn't building anything, and it's still unhappy. So let's improve to a public bath and improve the temple to a. Let's build a large temple to Jupiter now, actually. But what is eating Carthago Nova? Big culture penalty, 35%, right? General unrest, 45 is, and squalor is the 2, right? Might take down a few of these barbarian structures, then. Let's get rid of a Hall of Heroes, because why do we have that? That's stupid. And we'll replace that with the barracks. Any other barbarian structures I should get rid of? Get rid of the barbarian archery range. Why do we have that? Can't get rid of the High King's Hall until we grow the city up a little bit more, but we are getting close. We now have 11,111 people. That's a pretty convenient number we have, and it's very close to getting to the level where we'll probably be building a proconsul's palace, so we're good with that at least. So build that. Let's just Romanize the town. I think that'll keep Carthago Nova happier, and we will build its proconsul's palace very, 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 very soon. Admiral Queso, I want you to link up with Admiral Julianus now, so we've got our nice bigger navy. Come on.
Merging with the fleet.
There we go, right, that's a nice decent fleet now. Dr. Palmer, still got 1,500 denarii to spend. Who else could I spend it on? Segesta, you're not doing anything useful. Can we recruit some legionaries? Yes, we can. Right, recruit some early legionary cohorts. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's recruit 2. Yeah, we can get 2. Could recruit a ballista, actually. I didn't know ballistas were only 320 denarii. That is pretty cheap. But then again, ballistas are a load of shit, aren't they? So, yeah, that's kind of a trade-off. Batavium could also use... Batavium has room for 3 more military units, by the way, so I'm going to recruit something from Batavium next turn. But for now, that's a pretty quick turn, because there ain't really any wars to do right now. So we're going to jump to the next turn. I swear to God, we're going to be at war with someone soon. Getting ready for the big one, you know, we're prepping for the big war. And by the way, Tribus Latigus fell to the Brutii. That's a bit annoying, because that means the Brutii are now pretty much reunited, though there's still a northwest split with them, since I control Illyria, and also Paeonia and Thrace is still controlled by the Thracians, so we'll see what the Brutii do about that, but I should probably get a shift on, because I don't really want the Brutii to start taking over big swaths of Thracian land. Could be harmful for me, but you know, Mr. Diplomat, where are we?
Can I be of service?
Make your way north. Chat to make your way to the Thracian capital. That's where we're gonna have the best. That's where we're gonna have the best bet of getting an audience with someone important who has the authority and stuff like that. Oh, look, there's a pirate fleet, by the way, hanging around here, led by Admiral Haldita. Oh well, hopefully they ruin everything for the Brutii. I'm not really too fond of pirates myself. And Admiral Opius, there's a nice new dock at Kydonia waiting for you. So I'm gonna have you make your way back to Kydonia, and then we can have you dock and stuff. So he's just moving. Come on. There we go. You got the attention of a random Brutii dude as well. Who are you? You are Herenius Tudiartian, something like that. I can't quite read it. So good for him. He sounds like a Gaelic god, Tutalis. Right. You make your way back to Kydonia and await further orders, for you're probably just going to be now reduced to anti-piracy duty, but hey, that's not a bad duty in the world. Right. Let's jump to the next turn, and I'm going to keep an eye on the Brutii now, because they are making gains against the Thracians, and also the Scipii, because let's see, they're not at CY yet, but they're very close. There could be a big engagement coming up soon, so let's keep an eye on this engagement. But for now, next turn please. Right, rioting did hit Carthago Nova. Not entirely surprised by that. How long till the temple? 2 turns till we get the temple. Right. Not sure if I could keep Carthago Nova under control for 2 more turns. I am tempted to send a governor into Carthago Nova now. And you know what? That's actually what I'm going to do. Right, Publius Mamilius. Where art thou?
Sir!
Could you make your way out of Parma without the town rioting?
Move out!
Yes, you could. Good. Right.
Boarding!
I want you to make your way to Admiral Julianus. You are now to dock. You are to dock at Carthago Nova, and then I'll have Publius Mamilius take over Carthago Nova. He could govern the town and maybe make the town a bit happier. And that means I'll have one less Iberian city ruining everything for me. So right. You
General!
disembark. You will be at Carthago Nova on the next turn. Right. I can wait 1 turn then.
Out of move,
Right, that's
sir.
that problem dealt with. You make your way back to Parma. Right, what else is going wrong, or going right at least? But what is going wrong is we are losing more money now, because I am once more overspending. Construction costs, yeah, spending about 11,000 on construction, I believe, or Senate no, that's not Senate transactions. I don't have transactions. Yeah, spending a lot on construction. I somehow made 1,600 off construction actually, but I think that might just be reimbursable costs from demolition. But I did spend 11,000 denarii on construction, so if I was to spend less on construction, I'd probably have more money. Death stalks the land by... Oh, no. This was not well timed. Plague strikes Batavium once more. Damn it. What can we do to cure the plague at Batavium? I can't really do anything now, because I've already built... I think I've built all the sanitation structures now. Maybe building a pantheon and appeasing the Roman gods would help us, but that would take up pretty much all my money. A Latifunda wouldn't help. Yeah, I think you're just going to have to weather the storm here, really. But it's going to reduce troop numbers quite rapidly. Build an academy. Maybe if we make the people smarter, that might help somehow. I doubt it will, but it's something. Faction announcements, by the way. Lucamelus has died. He was a spy who served alongside Asinius Maxentius, so... moment of silence, or at least take your hat off to Lucamelus, because you know what, he was a pretty decent spy, you know. He was serving alongside Asinius Maxentius, one of my best people. And speaking of the Maxentius family, Tertius Maxentius now joins us, so welcome Tertius Maxentius. I'm happy to see the Maxentius family still grows nice and strong, even if part of it decided to associate itself with that Senate, but whatever. However, what we gain in one hand, something is taken away. Marcella has died. But Titus Graticus now has a gourmand chef, and Aulus the Gambler, bloody gambling people, now has an overseer. Right, Aulus the Gambler, who are you? You have a bald dude who I put in charge of Lamonum, and now you gamble. Great. Every town I build seems to turn to Las Vegas at some point. Build a temple, maybe it can keep him on the straight and narrow for a bit longer, but at least he's got decent overall traits in a way, but, you know, let's try and keep that guy on the straight and narrow. Construction report, by the way, Vicus Gothi now has an arena, Samara Breather a forum, and Segestica highways. Right, speaking of Vicus Gothi, or more to a point, Vicus Marcomanni, let's continue to strengthen this town, with fuck all, really, in terms of recruitment. Yeah, the town hasn't grown enough to start recruiting legionaries. Get some... Nah, war dogs are useless against the Brutii. They're useless against me, they won't do much against the Brutii. By the way, how are we doing on recruitment? Segesta has some earlies, Coralis a Quincari, Mediolanus some early legionary cohorts, Parma some legionary cohorts, and Damma some retraining. Right, Moganactu, maybe we can do something with you. Maybe can I continue to strengthen your military? Yes, I could, and I could also retrain some of your dudes, so let's do some retraining. Thank you very much. Right. Let's get some early legionary cohorts out, get plenty, and some Archer Auxilia. And I'll send a few of them to Vicus Marcomanni, and then I can strengthen these two towns at the same time and create a good northern front for myself. I should also probably do the same for Domus Dulcis Domus. Right, other things to do. How are we doing at Massilla? Ooh, I didn't know legionary cavalry take two turns to recruit, by the way, so that's why we didn't get them this turn, but right. Next turn we can attack out of Massilla, so it's 2 turns for legionary cavalry, but right, these guys better be good then if they're taking 2 turns, you know, I'm expecting something good out of that. Not really a lot I can do, really. My spy's been kicked out of Rome, unfortunately. Looks like it hasn't really caused an issue with the Senate, but you get back in Rome and just keep an eye on what's going on, because I want to keep tabs on Gnaeus Manilius and Captain Sextus. And, ooh, the garrison here is still utter shit, by the way. They're still using Hastati. I really don't know why. I'm guessing the Senate doesn't pay for its own army, but Gnaeus Manilius does have some urban cohorts in his army. He does have... Well, it's mostly Hastati and Principes and Triarii. They would fall pretty easily to my legionaries, wouldn't they? Captain Sextus's army is full of artillery, though. I'm going to have to be careful with Captain Sextus. I'm going to have to pick my fights very carefully when entering... Well, when crossing the Rubicon and entering Rome. I believe this river, by the way, up here. This one's the Rubicon, I believe. It's either this one or it's one near here. But this here representing a game. This is a Tiber. But whatever. Let's talk about geography another day, because right now we still have a little bit of denarii left to spend. So Mediolanium. Let's continue building up your army so it's nice and ready for Gaius. So let's get 2 more early legionary cohorts in there, and that should actually do for now. So we're going to jump to the next turn now. Going to see what's going to happen. Going to keep my eye on the Brutii and the Scipii now. I'm going to need to be watching their moves very closely so I know exactly where they are. But for now, let's go to the next turn and well, wait for Gaius to continue to move closer and closer to Rome. And also next turn we'll finally have a battle, a lighter proper battle. This episode isn't going to go on for much longer because I am aware now that we are starting to venture close to about an hour long, and it's pretty much all being campaign map this episode. But yeah, we seem to be in a bit of a slow period, but don't worry, it's going to become a hot period soon once we get this Triumvirate rolling. Next turn, please. Right, rioting is spreading through Iberia, unfortunately. So Corduba has rioted now. Not good at all. What is the problem with Corduba? It's, yeah, public order is sinking, but it does need its proconsul's palace. I must have ignored it needing one. Right, get a proconsul's palace up, get a temple up. That might try and keep the city in good spirits for a bit longer. Publius Mamilius, it looks like Carthago Nova hasn't got rioting out of its system, so you get to Carthago Nova now and try and make that city better, please. Hey, public order's gone up. Right, that's Carthago Nova cured for a little bit then. Might need to move this guy down to Corduba soon. He's gonna. Looks like Publius Mamilius, a man who spent his life studying for governorship, is going to become a new portable governor. Taken after the footsteps of Tiberius the Angry, or Tiberius the Assassin, as he likes to call himself now, because he thinks he's so fucking awesome at hiring assassins who have trouble clubbing to death stupid rebel generals. Right, you make your way back to Parma, by the way, and await further orders. There's Ibiza, by the way, if you want to go for a party. Right, rioting has also occurred in Carthago Nova, as we know, but it's gonna stop now. But we did lose nearly 1,000 civilians in that one, which is not really good news at all. End of turn report, by the way. Profits are down again. Profits are very, very low. I'm definitely gonna have to curtail my spending now. I'm gonna go on a spend-free zone for a little bit now. I don't think I need to buy anything else. I'll only buy if I really, really, really need to buy anything now. Gonna exercise some self-control. Plague is still continuing to afflict Batavium, though. That is bad, but I'm just gonna have to keep the entire town under quarantine now, unfortunately. I just hope it doesn't kill off Servius the Gambler, because obviously Servius the Gambler is our current faction leader, which could be bad. And by the way, this guy's faction leader, and yet he has absolutely no traits at all, apart from he has one command star. What a fucking awesome dude. And I thought Tiberius was a shit leader. Oh well. By the way, town has grown. Dave has grown. Right, so now I do have to spend. Right, get a governor's palace up with Dave. It looks like things are going alright in Britannia, by the way. No more big rebel generals coming around and pestering me. Tara and Ibarak. Oh, Ibaracum, you're losing money. Anything we can do with Ibaracum? We'll build a shipwright, that'll do. Right, now I've completely gone back on my word. I'm not spending money, by the way. Egypt has become most advanced faction again. Good for them. Faction announcements. Right. Ooh, Herennius Cocceianus passed away. Bad. Not only was he a member of Triumvirate, but he was governor of Arretium. Looks like your son will be governing Arretium now and forming part of the Triumvirate. However, Asinius Cocceianus also got married on the day his dad died. Well done, dude. Flavius Cocceianus also got married. Well done. A double marriage and a death. 2 weddings and a funeral. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. I've got to call Hugh Grant about this one. Titus Gracchus has a cook. Publius Vinicanus has a pet hunting dog. Oh, that's cute. Right. Problem. Arretium is doing bad, and not only it's doing bad, it's losing population now. That's very bad. So, Asinius, the man who got married on the day of his dad's death, well done, in my amazing rom-com I'm now imagining up and out. You get to Arretium, and as you leave Arimnium, its population starts shrinking. Brilliant! And also, you didn't great. Herennius must have had some good traits about him. What's contributing the most to population slumps? Let's have a look. What is called... Oh, yeah. Squalor is through the roof. It's apparently it attributes for 10%, which I'm guessing is a lot, really. So, yeah. Gonna have to construct some city plumbing, for I don't have enough denarii, and I don't think anyone's willing to give me a loan. Oh, bloody hell. A big rebel army's just turned up near Segestica. Not good timing again, but right. Any intel on that rebel army? Who are they? They're just brigands, but there might be a bit more Greek. There might be Illyrians. These might be the guys we tangled with to capture Segestica in the first place. And they might be coming back for a round 2. But what we do know is there's peasants and there is militia cavalry. Now, militia cavalry wasn't a problem the last time we faced them because they were in an enclosed place. But now they're in an open field where they might be a little bit more free to run around. It looks like Beezalora is going to fall very soon, by the way. So, not looking good for the Thracians at all. But we can talk to them at the capital now. And I'm going to see if I can negotiate an alliance with them, but it might be best to leave that till next time when I have a little bit more money in the pocket, you know, something to give them as collateral. You know what I should have done? I should have given Themyscira to them if I still controlled it. I would have liked that. Corralis, by the way, has stables, Alicia an aqueduct, Batavadorum a public bath. Oh, I'll look at Batavadorum in a minute. Dama an arena, Kydonia a temple of Ceres, and Carthago Nova has repaired its market. Right. Tavadorium, how are we doing? Yeah, we're doing better now. Public order's at 75, so right, it's right on the line. That's where I need it to be, but right. Next turn, city plumbing before we start losing massive population. And here's a load of recruitment, by the way. Feel free to leaf through this one at your leisure, because I'm also going to be fighting at Massilla now. But right, Arimnium. Problems with you. First thing first, switch to a growth build policy. Will that cure everything? Yes, it results in stagnating population. Right, I'll take stagnating over losing population any day. At least stagnating we still have a consistent to deal with. Right. Those problems are solved. A little bit of a panic moment, and I'm aware Patavium's losing population, but there's a plague going on. Patavium has an excuse. Right. Let's deal with Massilla now, and then we're going to deal with Valyria. So at least we get 2 more battles to play with now before we wrap up. So first things first, we'll do Massilla, because that's the one. These rebels were here first, so they get to be dealt with first. Right. Let's take all the Auxilia. We'll take the Earlies and the Legionary Cavalry. They will kill Captain Enerin, and I don't know what Captain Enerin has in his army, but right, we'll deal with these, and we'll have a nice little bit of a better garrison at Massilla now, just to keep the peace until we have another new governor move in. Ooh, he's moving away. Right, I knew he'd retreat. Well, I didn't know he'd retreat, but you know, I'm not exactly surprised he's retreating, because I have a half-decent army with him. So Captain Enerin must have a pretty bad army with him. Must have an anal army. But it's going to be a bridge battle now at least, which is going to be a little bit more fun. But right, they take out these brigands. I outnumber them by just under 30 men. The strength ratio is at 20 to 3. So yeah, let's see. You brought a load of awful units, didn't you? 3 peasants and a barbarian cavalry. I could have probably sent a town watch to deal with it, but I don't respect town watch, nor do I trust town watch. So yeah. Oh well, oh well, oh well. This will be a good field test for the legionary cavalry. We'll see if they can take out the barbarian cavalry, or we could just watch them mow down all the peasants. Well, there is a bridge involved, so I need to get all my units across the bridge nice and quickly before the barbarians try and stop us. This will be the only time the brigands could get an advantage, but then again they could completely blow that advantage by bringing peasants to the battle and not bringing any ranged units. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty easy bridge battle as bridge battles go. So we'll fight this one out on the battle map and let's see what happens. Even the bravest are frightened by southern terrors, by the way, says Tacitus. Yeah, I guess that is true. That's why I don't play Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm too brave.
Over there stand the rebel slaves.
You're a captain. Right. So first things first, here's the legionary cavalry. They look pretty similar to the general's bodyguard, actually. So this is basically general's bodyguard en masse, but they don't have the cool crests on their helmets, but they do look pretty sweet. They've got very good armor on them. Nicely decorated armor. They've got their big shields, they've got their spears, so these guys should be pretty good heavy cavalry at least, or maybe medium cavalry. I don't know. I don't feel like calling these guys heavy cavalry, so you know, these guys are medium cavalry, decent cavalry. That's what they are. They're not exactly knights, but right. Here's a bridge. We're going to get across the bridge. So first things first, we'll lump all the Auxilia across first because they're bigger in numbers and they're more foddery. And then the early legionary cohorts can bring up the rear with their pilums and then their nice decent swords and their good fighting abilities. And then last but not least will be the legionary cavalries. So once we make a nice enough hole, we can do it with this. But let's also remember, we're fighting barbarians. We made them retreat. You know, retreat away from the initial battle, so let's be honest, let's not be surprised if we have a scumbag deploy situation on our hands, but you know what? Let's start the battle and cross our fingers. Hey, they're deployed close, right, they're being sporting. Right, first thing says, Auxilia, across the bridge and form up, please. I don't know if these guys are planning to move, so you know what, let's be a bit brave. I want you to form up here. That's good, because then I should be able to get my early legionary cohorts within pilum range, so there we go. We'll get you guys across first, then I'll bring my cavalry in. I'll save the best till last, basically, but right. Obviously, we've got to be nice and neat about this, you know, one unit at a time, please, you know, let's be nice and organised and neat, but you know what, it still looks cool as hell when I have my armies march across the bridge. Where the grass is going through the bridge, we need to get a grounds crew on that, we need to do some weeding. There's the Alps over there, by the way. They're a bit splotchy at the minute because someone was being a bit stupid. These are some nice 2D clouds, by the way. That one looks like France. See, look, I'm an oh, that one looks like the United Kingdom, actually. Oh God, I'm a master cloud spotter today. That one looks like ET. That one looks like a bird. That one looks like a fucking Star Destroyer. That one's Wedge Antilles. God, I'm a cloud spotter extraordinaire. But right, cavalry. Now that they've got a big enough lead, you start making your way over. I'll be using you for flanking things and stuff like that. I'm not really sure if that's a ford, by the way, but, well, it could be a ford, actually, but I'm not going to risk it, but I do believe we fought here before. Or at least, no, we haven't fought here before. I'm thinking of a different bridge battle, the one where there was a really big hill nearby. Unless I fought that one with a friend. No, it was actually near here. I think that was the other bridge near Masilla, the other bridge. Yeah, fighting the Gauls there. That was a good battle. I like that battle. But anyway, let's deal with this now because yeah, let's just deal with this. By the way, guys, random shout out. Wacky Sam has come back. He was ill, which was why he stopped uploading for a while, but he's back. He's added me on Steam. We just had a really nice conversation about Wolfenstein and Doom. He's a pretty awesome dude. So please go check out Wacky Sam if you want to see some nice indie games, like indie games, gameplay showcases and all that stuff. So yeah, he's back. He's a cool dude, and yeah, you know, just help him get him back on his feet because he's just been away for a bit because he's been ill. So yeah, check out Wacky Sam. That's my ad whoring done for the day. But right, looks like we're not close enough to get in pilum range, or at least, guys, fire at will, please. Gonna get your pilums out, dudes? Dudes? Ah, units are, yeah, right. They're moving. Are these guys running away, or are they running away? Yeah, they're running away. Right. If they choose to run away then, because I decided I miscalculated pilum range, you guys get there, you guys get there. You guys will move on the centre unit, by the way, so now I've given everyone a task. Right, Legionary Cavalry. Now, you are going to be the big guy. You're going to be doing all the chasing today. But first things first, let's speed you up. You're going to be dealing with the enemy oh dear, nearly ran over all my units. That was a bit stupid. Right, you get around the back. The peasants can't really do a lot because now I've got the auxiliary engaging their peasants. Right, go for the barbarian cavalry. You should easily beat these guys toe-to-toe. They might be a bit lighter than you, so they might be a bit more agile, but then again, I don't see them wearing any armour. And here we go, actually. Here we go. Oh! That was a good cavalry on cavalry charge. That was like what? Oh! Well, I know what cavalry I'm going to be investing in en masse for now. And I know what cavalry has just become obsolete. We're not having Roman cavalry in our armies anymore. We are going legionary cavalry, people. That was a brilliant cavalry charge. It's like watching waves crash on a rock, except this time the wave won. So, let's continue the battle and...
The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee.
We practically took out the barbarian cavalry in one swift move there. Right. Infantry, take 5, please. I want all the infantry to take 5. No point in you wearing yourselves out chasing down everything. These guys can pretty much do everything. It's like literally just having a nuke on the battlefield now. But these guys are pretty overpowered. And I don't even think they have a last tier of cavalry. I wonder if we can recruit, like, I don't know, like, the next level up of cavalry, like, maybe, you know, because these guys are like the general's bodyguard. Maybe we get a version where they have a nice crest on the helmet, or at least I'll just buy some peacock feathers and glue them all. It looks like we're not having the best of time chasing down these guys. I think there might be, they're losing a little bit of stamina. They're warmed up now, but yeah, those guys are all dead now. I would suspect that the heavier armour does reduce the stamina unless these horses are very, very finely bred. I mean, these do look like good horses. I mean, I ain't no horse expert, bro, but they look like nice horses, so I'm assuming they are pretty good. And right, we're doing a good job of wiping these guys out. Just peasants obviously are going to be a little bit of a slippery bunch because they're small and running away and muling and all that stuff. But right, leave that guy alone. Let's deal with the ones who are about to escape the battle. Let's rob them of all hope. Think they can make it over the arbitrary laser line? Well, I don't think they will, but then actually it's going to be pretty close. It's going to be pretty tight. They think their salvation is close. Ooh, I think we're going to see a few of them escape. No, they're all going to escape. Oh well, next time. You guys get lucky. Better get back to your fields, man. Better get back to tilling them, you stupid slaves. I hope you think kinder of your master's whips now. Let's clear out the last few stragglers then, because there's just 2 running away. That's a bit awkward actually now, because I'm going to have to bloody hell. It's all gone a bit awkward, and the cavalry is actually starting to tire out now, so you know what? I think that's about enough of a good victory, so we're going to call it a day. I'll just triple speed it. We'll just let them run away on their own. Well, you know what? We've taken out the bulk of the enemy, so... And tomorrow started that one charge against the enemy general. That was pretty awesome, so... We've got a pretty good thing there.
Oh!
And there we go. Oh god, he didn't even get to finish his speech, probably because I was triple speeding, but there we go. Captain Quintus is the hero of the day with his fine new bunch of legionary cavalry. We had 233 men to his 208. We killed 108 of theirs. They only killed 12. And we now have 223 remaining. They have 28. So overall, exceptionally good. And overall, Legionary Cavalry, yep, they took pretty much the main cake with 89 kills. Early Legionary cohorts, they did decent, 27 and 7, and Auxilia overall, 24, 12, 27. So actually the Auxilia technically did better than the early, so you know what? Everyone's a winner today, everyone's a winner, so that's that little clear out done now. That's Massilla safe for a bit longer. Hopefully that will restore trade to the region, increase the public order, just made the area a little bit more secure and happy. I'm happy about that. Hasn't really done anything to actually Massilla's financial situation, unfortunately. It's still losing money. But I do believe Massilla pays through the nose for our military upkeep, so I believe that is a problem. We'll have a quick look, actually. But I just want to have a quick look at Batavium. So, let's see. Massilla, losing 83 denarii per turn. Oh, we're losing 83 now? Alright, well, we've improved it massively then from getting rid of a local idiot. We are paying out over 3,000 denarii in army upkeep. That is the main expense. So that is obviously why we're losing money here, but right. Fair enough, that's just, it's military expense. I'll accept military upkeep expense. Batavium is probably going to start hemorrhaging more money though due to plague. We're obviously losing the people. This town pays out over 4,000 in military upkeep, so a lot. But yeah, we only make 804 out of taxes. We make a lot out of food actually, and we won't make anything out of trade for the minute because obviously the town's under quarantine because of plague. Oh well, oh well. Anyway, we're going to finish off now by getting rid of these stupid rebels which have appeared out of well, near Scythia in Illyria. So we've got some peasants, we've got some militia cavalry and some more peasants. I'm assuming these other units probably going to be peasants, warband, maybe a few Illyrian mercs, probably anything special. So, Numerius Sakast, you'll be leading 5 units of early legionary cohort, and all the Archer Auxilia, and I'll give you 3 Auxilia. It might seem a bit overkill, but I will need the Auxilia to deal with the militia cavalry. Actually, you know what, I'll take the Roman cavalry. They'll be better at dealing with the militia cavalry. Yeah, that should do. Don't want to take too many men. I don't want to have to burden myself with massive retraining costs should things go a bit awry, so... And to be honest, we don't need to bring too many men, you know. So they don't have a big army, so I don't really need to send an armada or anything, so that's just a colossal waste of resources. I mean, you may think it might be good for the XP grind, but then again, I think units only get so much XP when they get killed, so you know what? I think it's better to send fewer units to make the XP grinding a little less competitive. Anyway, let's get rid of Captain Medon. He's retreated into the hills. No problem for me, Squire, no problem at all. Right, let's have a look at the strength then. So it's 10 to 1, so actually it's all peasants, isn't it? 3 peasants, some peltasts, some Illyrian mercs, and the militia cavalry. Right, easy peasy, easy squeezy. Fortunately, we have the obsolete and awful Roman cavalry instead of the amazingly awesome legionary cavalry. I'm gonna have to get to work on improving stables across the faction now in order to get these awesome legionary cavalry, because you know what, those guys are pretty damn awesome. But right, 370 men to hit to me, 288 to him. Should be a clear win. Legionaries can probably have a good time just cutting up the peasants. For the archers will have a good time volleying and getting rid of them, and it'll probably also be useful for eliminating the peltasts and the Illyrian mercs, who are the only unit really who could probably take a fair few kills since they're ranged, and legionaries aren't particularly the fastest bunch in the world. Even the lightest ones are a little bit slow, but that's no, I don't complain about that, because you know, they are legionaries, they do have a lot of armour, you know, they are going to be a bit slow, but whatever. Fight it out, and we're going to probably make ourselves a win, though they will probably deploy on a hill, so they might have a little bit of a defensive advantage to us, and they might try and deploy closer to the back of the map in order for a better defensive edge, but I have archers, so it should cancel it out, really.
The omens have been better, but I dismiss those priestly naysayers. They are holy men, not warriors, and a warrior makes his own fate. Do not fear these rebel slaves. They are only slaves, and will die as easily as cattle. They have been led here by strutting fools and blustering morons. Now they will pay the price. Many times I have faced this enemy, and many times I have beaten them. Today, when we win, this victory will be yours as much as mine. And before we start, just remember, they are more scared of us, true Romans to a man, than we are of them.
Well, he is very right, actually, because you know what, they are going to be scared. You know what, those Illyrian rebels are now thinking, oh god, we kicked the hornet's nest, we angered the local Romans. And you know, because I ain't a Brutii who let rebels run around willy-nilly and then make me deal with it. No, 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 no. I am the Julii. I no longer tolerate rebels in my territory, apart from those ones who hang out in Aquitaine, because I literally can't be arsed with them. They're not really doing any harm, really, so I just let them live. Anyway, this is our deployment. So, legionaries at the front, archers at the back, cavalry on the flank. Probably use them to pick off the militia cavalry, because they're gonna be the mobile targets. We'll do them, but it looks like we're going to be marching down into the valley, so I suspect the Illyrians will deploy around here. Is that a big frozen up river, by the way? Or what is this? I don't get this. Is this rock or something? I actually thought it was a big frozen river, which would be really cool, but no, I think this is just rock and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, the terrain details aren't exactly the best in this game, but whatever. 2003 we're looking at here, about 2003, 2004-ish, so whatevs. Let's start the battle then and see what happens. Where have they deployed? I can't see them. They're way up there on that hill. Alright, fair enough. I don't want to fight in the valley. I'll let them off. You know, they're not too far away anyway. But right, archers, I'm going to have you target the... I'm going to have two of you target the peltasts, like so. And then the other two, you will target the Illyrians. There we go, that's that side. Legionaries, you will be deploying here. Big long line, many pillars will be going into the enemy peasants, and the militia cavalry is at the back. So we've encountered these guys before, the guys who basically look like Aztecs and are all armed with javelins to try and chuck at me. Well, my cavalry should have a very easy time mopping them. Actually, I think my cavalry could probably take everything. I think the cavalry would probably have the best chance at winning this battle, but right. Not exactly the longest march in the world. It is a bit of a longer march, so I'm going to triple speed this one, since they are pretty much at the back of the battlefield again. So, but I'm not going to call this one a scumbag deploy, because I guess it would be more strategically sound to deploy on this hill rather than the valley, where my archers would probably have a very fun time just picking them off from a elevated advantageous position. So you know what, fair play to the Illyrians for a little bit of tactical awareness, a bit of situational awareness being used on their part there. Anyway, let's just triple speed it just so we can get into the action a bit quicker. I'm going to shut it off as soon as our archers start firing. But you can watch the horses waggle their tails very quickly, you know. We're little waggly tail horses. How cute. How horsey-like. Right, come on. Archers should be pretty much in range now. We're getting close. Stop! He's marching. He's getting aggressive. Right, legionaries, you guys need to intercept them before they attack my archers, please. Everyone else can keep on moving forward. Archers are going to start picking off the peasants, and oh, there we go. Got a nice big volley heading right into the Illyrians. Oh, we're chopping them up quite nicely. Legionaries, halt. No need to chase them. They're running off. They're trying to just retreat. I think they're just trying to bait you. Try and get a little bit close, or at least wait for your comrades actually, who are coming very slowly. Comrades are being a little bit on the slow side, and those ones are probably, I think, yeah, the peasants are going to try and look for ways to get to the archers. Obviously they see the archers as the biggest threat, because right now they are wasting the peasants and doing pretty good against the Illyrians, but they are bringing the militia cavalry forward now, so they're also going to try and use the militia cavalry to try and volley and skirmish against us. So cavalry, I want you just to speed up a little bit. And we could probably... Oh, yeah, there we go. Right. They're going to start attacking us. So you know what? Let's not bother with the whole drawn-out process of pilums and stuff. I also have my general moving forward now. Try and ignore the Illyrian mercs. They're not our biggest problem. We shouldn't be worried about spear units, because obviously they don't have any. So we're pretty good on this front. We've already broken some peasants. So right, but cavalry's doing good today. But I really want to see that the militia cavalry is getting rid of, because they're sitting there chucking stuff at us, and my cavalry is just refusing to get out of this bogged down bloody... Look, the peasants are retreating, guys. Come on, get on the cavalry. They're the biggest threat. The Illyrians are reading our threats, but we're not reading theirs. Well, I'm reading them. I know the militia cavalry is a bigger threat because they're mobile. They could get around our back quite easily. They've got their javelins, but there we go. Right, General is doing a good job at attacking. Well done, Mr. Sakas. You're doing good. Come on, hey! Just pay attention to the main thing. Come on. That's all you're trying to wander off there. Come on. There's their captain. Get rid of him. Put down this little Illyrian rebellion. The Illyrians think they're so good at... Everyone just got a promotion for killing him. Good. Right,
his men know their doom approaches.
Legionaries, get dealing with these. Archers, you know what? Can you try and put them out? Try and get rid of them as well. I'm just seeing them all just stood here, trying to just pelt at my guys. I'm not happy about that. Come on. Let's get some nice archer volleys going in. I want to see. Here we go. Not really many kills there, unfortunately. I mean, come on. I'm shooting these guys in the back. They should be pretty hurt against this, right? Ceasefire, by the way. Ceasefire. I'm not. I don't want to see any. There's a. Oopsies. Had a little friendly fire incident there. Oh dear. Should have called that volley off a little bit earlier since I was sending my legionaries in to engage. But I got to soften these guys up some of our cavalry. Be careful. That's not charging to the back of my own men. But it looks like pretty much everyone has retreated now. There's just a few Illyrian. Yeah, the Illyrian mercs got their strength back up and then coming back for a round 2. Right. Sackers, you deal with it. You're in the best position. They're thinking they can just charge into the back of my early legionary cohorts. Legionary cohorts, turn and face. Or actually, you know, better yet, form a test Tudor. Make yourself invincible. Can't javelin us now. I'm sure the first time I ever form a test Tudor is going to be here, but yeah. And we didn't even get to form the test Tudor properly anyway.
The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee.
We've pretty much taken everything we can here, but you know what? Yeah, just get a few last kills just for the glory of it. Get a few last kills. And look, by the way, here's a test Tudor. Oh, we're trying to fall. Oh, here we go. Yeah! We're bulletproof now, bitch. Right, there we go. You're going to be seeing a few more of these probably throughout later in the campaign if we start fighting more ranged units. But this is a test Tudor formation, the famous Roman tortoise formation. Very good for getting rid of projectiles. Very bad if you want to get somewhere quickly. But I think it's better to be safe, get there safe and sound rather than fast and dead. But anyway, Numerius Sakas, you did a pretty good job of clearing out those rebels, and we also saw a few units get promoted, so I'm happy about that. So we deployed 370 men, killed 230, 57 of theirs got away. That's a bit unfortunate, but they did deploy close to the retreating zone, so obviously that's why so many of their men could get away. Plus the battle got a little bit clustered when the enemy started breaking up their formation a bit. That was really trying to catch me off my guard. And the cavalry wasn't quite obeying me as much as they should be. They were too busy engaging the peasants, which were just soft and doughy targets, rather than going for the militia cavalry, who were actively trying to pelt my men. But even at that, they only take 15 kills, so we still did pretty good there. So let's have a quick look at the stats. So the general got promoted, so that makes him a little bit better in combat now. Hooray! Casualties inflicted. Numerius did pretty well with 49 kills. However, the Roman cavalry actually also started the show. Despite failing to obey my orders, they did manage to bring home 107 kills, so I guess I can't get mad at them because they did a good job. Archer Auxiliary unfortunately didn't get as much chance as I wanted them to get some pretty good volleys in, but they all took a few kills at least, so you know, every little helps. And the legionary cohorts overall, some of them did pretty poor, but the ones that did get into a proper engagement did get a few kills, so looks like the cavalry really did steal the show, pretty unintentionally though, against my orders, but oh well, whatever. I guess war is the dread of mothers, but you know, these guys probably obviously trying to keep their mothers happy by minimalising casualties. But those 15 people who did die, yeah, those mothers are going to be pretty angry. But right, that was a pretty good battle, so right now we're going to get you back to Scythia. You will be back there next turn, so that's alright by me. We can talk to the Thracians this turn as well, but I'm going to give you orders, Gnaeus Curtis. You're just going to hang out here on this nice hill near the Thracian capital. We'll talk to them next episode and next turn when I have a little bit more money, because I'm a bit short on cash, and if I want to try and get an alliance with these people, I'm going to have to sweeten the pot. But we'll talk to the people of Tillis next turn, but for now, I think that's a good leaving point because we've done well, we haven't really achieved a lot, but we have achieved some good things actually. We have to move around a few characters, but you know what, we're building up our armies, we're building up our cities, and the countdown is now on the move. Gaius Julius is now making his way back to Italia to claim the biggest prize of them all and form his Triumvirate, which now consists of Gaius Julius, Servius the Gambler, and Asinius Cocceianus. Well, I suspect Servius the Gambler will die very soon anyway. So, you know, well, applications are open to join my Triumvirate because probably going to need someone else in, but it's probably going to be Cnaeus Julius. He's next in line. Actually, I would like to see Cnaeus Julius in my Triumvirate. He's done a good job governing Londinium. He's done a good job making Britannia a nice developed place. I think there's a good place for him on my side. I could make him... I think he'd make a good praetor or an edile. Does he hold an office in the Senate, by the way? Let's have a quick look. I want Senate offices. Right. Let's see. No, he doesn't hold any. Let's see. We've got Oppius Salvidenius holds Quaestor. Decimus Vahash. Who are you? He's governor of Segesta. Ooh, wow. Lot of management, but he has something called rods and axes. This man's belief in the rightness of Roman law is unshakable. And his enforcement of it is inflexible, even harsh. More unrest, but more law. Alright, that's a more popular. Alright, that's an interesting. Right, rods and axes for you then. Cool. Aulus for gamblers, praetor, and censor is Marcellus the thinker. You'd think that I'm censor, since I can decide who is in the Senate, by the way, you'd think I'd be packing it full of my mates. But clearly, more of a ceremonial title than anything. It looks like having her seats in the Senate doesn't really seem to grant me a whole lot of perks or anything, which is a bit annoying, but whatever. That's where we're going to leave off for today, folks. So next time on Let's Play Rome Total War, probably going to be a lot more campaign map gameplay, but we're going to be probably putting down any rebellions that happen. We're going to continue just to strengthen my domestic position now, because we've got to think of a domestic as well as a military, and the timer will continue to tick down as Gaius Julius now. We'll probably get in past Stomus, Dulcistomus, past Vicus Scoffi, past Vicus Marcomanni, down here, down past Lavisca, down to Levavum, then all the way down to Patavium, down to Mediolanum to pick up his army, then all to the big prize, all into the big leagues. But that's where we're going to leave it for now, folks. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next video. See you there, folks. See you there.